Hey gang, Trevor here. I thought I would start and talk to you guys about the Elgato Key Light Air. Now, I recently entered a contest for with the app, which is a presentation tool, which we'll be seeing a little bit about later on as we go through this presentation. They sent out, as a contest winner, they sent out a couple of items here, and I thought it'd be kind of an idea to do some reviews on what it is. Now, because I won it as a contest, because I did some work to enter in it, I do not feel that I need to put in a positive review, although there are some great positive things to say about it. So just so I understand, I'm not being paid for this review. It is just Trevor doing his thing. So for years, as I was doing my presentations, I would sit in front of a window. And during the day, I would get good lighting. Now, this is important because a lot of people tend to put the light behind them because they don't like looking into it. But if you sit in front of a window, that's going to give you much nicer flat lighting. So it's good lighting when you're trying to do something. It's really good when you're trying to do that green screen or video background effect like you can see going on here. Now, I don't have the perfect lighting going on right now, but this is actually evening time now, so I don't have my usual lighting that I have. Right at the top there, you can see my hair is kind of shiny and translucent. That's lighting coming off of the light in my office here. I also have some lighting off on my face here, and you can see as I'm moving my hand there, the lighting that I have there. So I'm just going to turn it off for a second and show you what I've used for years. Basically, it's a lamp. What I have here, though, is an LED bulb. Now, the reason I use an LED bulb, besides the fact that they're harder to get the old ones, but this does not throw off heat. And before I got this, I was cooking myself. So if you have a lamp and you just want to have some nice fill stuff in there, this is a great way to do it. Because the bulb is very intense, I try to throw some kind of a diffuser stuff in here. So you can't see it very well there. That's actually not too bad. This is something that came from my Apple collection. There is the logo, but there's this nice piece of acetate or whatever one over top that acts like a diffuser. So that's a great option that you can use to do this on the cheap. Now, the Elgato Key Light Air, the nice thing about it is it's designed for doing these kind of video podcasts or video sessions. It's also called the Air because it's Wi-Fi, which is really nice because that way you can set 1, 2, 3, 5 of them up. And as your talent is talking, someone else, your engineer and stuff, can go in and make adjustments. This is really important. So I'm going to show you the difference though, because the nice thing about the key light is not only can I adjust the brightness level, I can adjust the color. And that's really important because in the morning, the light is a little bit different than the end of the day. There tends to be a little more red in the morning or, sunset. We're going to have more red in there. But then later on in the day, it's going to become more of a brighter white. So I need to fill in my face. So let me just demonstrate it first. I am using the Stream Deck button controller, I'll call it. I can, and I'll show you more about this in a bit, but just so you understand that I actually don't have to go through all the settings in the menu and that. I actually have this pre-programmed. So in the morning when I start, I click on this button and it brings on the light. Right now I have it on the white because this is normally what I have in the morning. But you can already see that I'm a little bit easier to see on my face. The area around here and here stands out from the green screen that I have in the back there. But I am very pale. So I have this other setting, and I'm just going to pop this in here. And notice how my face went more red, and now it looks more natural as opposed to the pale face. Again, I'm just using the buttons here to switch back and forth, and I'll show you more about that in a second. That's one of the reasons that you may want to take a look at this. If video is really important to you, that you enjoy having that kind of quality, you want to make sure that you look your best, then being able to adjust colors and stuff is something that this Elgato piece really shines on. So let's take a look at how this thing kind of started. I'm going to actually throw this over there, and I'll just put myself there. This is and this is what it does. It allows me to go from the back here into and have my slide deck off to the side. I can also go full screen if I want to go. It's a really nice tool. If you haven't explored it yet, I really recommend you take a look at it. It will bring your videos and stuff up a level. You can also do video calls with it, which is kind of cool. And if you want to see some fun stuff where I've actually taken myself, and you can see me walking in the back of my office and stuff, and it's almost like I've cloned myself. Check my YouTube channel. You can see some examples of how you can have some fun with it. Anyways, Here's what it kind of looks like. It comes in a package, and this is all the different parts that are available to it. So we've got the stand over here, which is a nice heavy stand, so it's not going to get knocked over very easy. You've got the neck tool and all the electronic parts. The one thing that I was really impressed about it when I opened it up was that there's all these different connectors here depending on what part of the world you're in. So, and you'll see this in a second, you can actually take this and go from Europe to Canada to Panama to wherever. And there's always going to be some kind of attachment there that you can use. Of course, here's the light source itself. The light has a number of different layers to it. And the last layer, of course, is a diffuser. It's an LED light, so there's no heat coming off of that, which is really great. Here's what that connector looks like with the Canadian or North American attachment. So we can easily swap them in and out. It's really nice to do that. The instructions come in on a piece of cardboard. And this is one of the things that I would really suggest if Elgato is listening is you've got a light blue on a dark blue background. Really difficult to read. I can't even imagine what people who are colorblind would have problems with, but it is difficult to read for me. And some of the font is quite small. So as an older guy, it's a problem. So, and I also noticed, like, this is the manual that they had for the Stream Deck. This font is really teeny tiny. So I would, again, recommend, different colors or something like that just to make it stand out. But I mean, hey, that's nitpicky stuff, right? The hardware is actually really solid. I was really impressed with how nice and solid this was. Not cheap plastic or anything like that. It's good solid metal. So as I mentioned before, it connects to Wi-Fi. So once you get it connected to your network, you can then control it through your computer or your iPhone or mobile device. Here it is on my Mac. You can see it up in the top in the menu bar at the top here. There's the on-off switch, and I can control the different colors. I can control the brightness. Now those settings, I save those into the Stream Deck, so that's where I've saved all those. So that's one of the things that you have an advantage of doing that. But it's really quick and easy to move that slider up and down. And this is the Stream Deck that I was talking about before. So these are different buttons that I have. So in the morning, I click on the first one that says Start. It turns it on, brings it up to whatever levels I need. Then I hit Cool, which basically is very similar levels. So as the morning progresses, I'll switch to that color layout. And then, of course, at the end or middle of the day, I go to Warm. And then at the end of the day, I'll switch back to Cool. So the Stream Deck's kind of nice for that. I'll talk more about that in another video. But that's how I'm controlling the lights right now. So in the end, it's a great piece. If you're doing things on the cheap, yeah, go ahead, use your table lamp and an LED. But if you want to spend some money and make sure you look your best and be able to control that stuff, which is really important for some people, having that Wi-Fi controller is kind of nice to be able to do that. And as I mentioned, it does talk to the Stream Deck that Elgato puts out. If you have any questions, by all means, check out the Elgato website. I found some of trying to find help there was a little difficult, but if you get to the videos are really good, especially for some of the other products that they have that I'll talk about in other videos. That's it for me. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down there in the comment field. Other than that, thanks very much, and we'll talk again.